What's good, majesties? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Empress Day. Thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. If it's your first time coming across this YouTube channel, I would like to say welcome, your majesty. Remember to click the subscribe button and join our growing imperial family, because on this channel we are doing lifestyle, travel and inspiration in the most freedom way that we can. More basically on the pursuit of freedom. So I hope that you join us on this beautiful journey. We make discoveries, we have fun. I mean, you don't wanna miss out, right? You don't wanna. Anyway, just join the fam. And it will make me very, very happy. Okay, thank you very much. Today I want to talk about something that I was just like, what? Did it really happen? Like, how, when, how, why? We are going to chat a little bit. So where do I even start? Because it's a long process, not very long process, but it's something that I got to realize that it did happen. This is not just the only thing that happened, but there is many other things. I just want to make reference to this one, and I know that all of you guys are going to relate somehow, that somehow just gonna relate. So make sure you stick around and watch the end of the video. Okay, I came to realize something about me, that there's always been this freedom kind of thing in my mind. And when I was young, I had some things that I wished happened, like when I grew up, because I used to admire some people. I don't even know which people I admired. So let me take you back a little bit. You guys already know, if you have been around this YouTube channel, you know how much I talk about the tradition that we have in Africa and the effect that it has on like us, me, Africans, and etc. There's a good and a bad. But in an economy where things are growing, technology is expanding, culture changes, like cultures are evolving, you see. I feel that even tradition somehow kind of has its own can I say barriers to what's now happening in the world. You know what I mean? Like as things change, technology evolves, even your systems, for example at work, or how you do things, and all of that should actually change to keep up the pace. Otherwise you're gonna remain behind, if you know what I mean. Not necessarily that we are in competition to keep up with the Jones, not exactly, but what I'm saying is it works better for you to adapt to the things that have now been provided for you to work faster. For example, in the olden days, people just used to make they just used to, when they meet, they agree the next morning. So, oh, when the sun is somewhere in the middle, I should find you by that tree, and all of that. Comment below if you did that before, or if your grandmothers and your grandparents or your parents have told you that they used to do that. Dates, guys, like, you don't miss the time. You have to be found in the place where they are. But now we have phones, we have time. On the phone you can put reminders for what's happening. You can call somebody and tell them, oh, now we can meet now. So if somebody has to remain in the olden days where they have to make sure that they write letters, they can't go somebody over video or call them, I think that would be bad. So in literal sense, that's what I'm trying to say. We have to develop, like, you graduate, we evolve as time goes by to adapt to things that are happening around us, culture changes, etc. So me coming from a traditional African tradition background, we are not allowed to move out. Like, a girl is not supposed to move out of her parents' house. When she moves out, it means she's going to her husband's place. Like, you move out when you get married, because it's like a husband becomes your next sort of a parent, or like somebody who is in leadership over you. That's what it's known in African tradition, in leadership over you. So they are the ones who, it's almost like they take you and then I'll become the ones to be taking care of you, if that makes sense. So yeah. So anyway, when I was younger, I have some more wishes, some of which were bad wishes that happened, like some things I admired and I never knew that I was actually putting that wish in the universe, or writing some sort of a story for myself that actually got to happen to me. So yeah, but we'll not dive into that today. We'll talk about something nice, something good. So when I was younger, first of all, there's this, I have I like to write a lot. In fact, these days I even don't write as much as I used to. I have sometimes many thoughts that just come to my head and I'm just boring. By the way, I used to do poetry. I used to do poetry. Even now I can claim that I'm a poet, but I've not been doing the poetry. But if you would like to check out some, you can go to my playlist on this YouTube channel. There is a Fruit for Purpose poetry playlist. I actually just have 3 there, so you could actually go and enjoy that and just see a glimpse of what I can pour from my mind. Yes, yeah, I feel very alive when I do that, or when I make videos for you guys. Like, I just feel fulfilled and very happy. I hope you guys are also happy. So yeah, and some of the things I wrote down, some of the things I just used to say, and with faith, or can I say with that thing in the heart, to say this is something I really want so bad and it just has to happen. So now here's the thing. I wished that there's many things like I've already said, but this one is what I'm just gonna mention. I wish that before I got married, I actually stayed on my own, like by myself. And the drive to that as I grew up actually changed. When I was young, I used to say, I don't want to enter into a marriage because then we're going to have to start sharing finances between families and all of that. And my family, his family. Like, I want to enjoy my money first before I can start sharing with my children and all of that. Growing up, that notion changed for me. I think when you're really young, sometimes you just throw about thoughts and you haven't really learned or had an understanding of what fulfillment or success is. Like, you don't really have a definition of what something really is until maybe you've been exposed or until you're older. So that used to be my thought. And now, when I was somewhere in after college or somewhere in university, I mean, that's when I started thinking, say, I got to realize that my point of thinking was from a, I'm looking for a word in English. My God, like, you guys, like, you just want to have things to yourself. You don't want other people to have, like, from the point of, I can't say, greed is too much, it's too deep. Self-centeredness. Yes, I think that's the word. Did I nail it? Comment below. Yeah, like self-centeredness. You just want things to revolve like just around you, and then when you know, okay, it's enough for me, that I have enjoyed the money already and all of that, then I can have a man in the house and people from my family, I mean, and my family that I'm going to grow. I just realized that was actually also a selfish way of thinking. So self-centeredness and selfish word. Now I'm rethinking, the self-centeredness actually wasn't the word. Well, yes, selfishness. Like, I was just thinking selfishly about my finances and all of that. So even before I actually started staying alone, my thought had actually changed to say, it's not about me staying alone, about my financial freedom. It's just the freedom of the time that I can get to myself and how many things that I can actually do. I tell you, I've seen the rewards of actually staying by myself, like living alone. Should I say moving out? Not living alone exactly, but like moving out. And my parents, of course, you have to keep up the rules. They are parents and they have a certain way that they want to protect you. So you can't go out and come back later in the night. But in this economy that we have, people are working maybe up to 17. Then after 17 is when they do their things for growth, like their businesses, for example, online businesses, or meeting people that they want to be with, like go out on dates and all of that. And when you go on a date with somebody at 17, you literally can't just come back at 20 hours. You know, there's transportation in that. You have to be transported to the place, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? There's just a lot involved. So you'll be with somebody, and I don't want my parents to be feeling like I'm going against their rules. So I would rather be, when I'm at their house, I'd rather do what they want and be able to do things that I want when I'm at my house. So something that I really wished is me staying alone, and it has happened, but it has happened in a more healthy perspective, as opposed to the way I used to say, I want to stay alone so that I can have financial freedom and not sharing it with my family, I mean my children, my husband and everything. Of course you do share the finance, even if like I'm living alone, there's a way that I do share with people that's around me. So it's just that my perspective of everything changed, and now I realize that the dream that I had actually, when I grew up, I said that it's okay, even if I don't get to stay alone and just move from my parents. It went back to my tradition, to my husband's home. Yeah, that's fine. But then as I was just growing, I got to realize, okay, now I need to stay by myself, but not as reference to the dream that I had. It was just like I felt the necessity, because I can make more videos, I can do more things when I'm in my own space. I don't have to be, I wake up in the morning, you have to do these chores. Like, it's not mandatory to do some things like it was. Do I make sense? I hope I am. So that's one of the things that got to happen to me, and it made me realize that I want to ask you guys, do you think, was it a prophecy that I prophesied to myself that I was gonna live alone before I can move in with somebody, I can get married to somebody? Or do you think that our childhood dreams just stick, and where God just say it has to happen, like some of our childhood dreams? Oh, comment below what thing when you're young that you wished should happen to you, that really did happen to you. I'll be very happy to see your comments, you guys. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing is not something I would talk about here because of maybe how it would sound just yet, but I'm going to talk about it later. But that's one thing that I've been thinking about, but it actually happened, and every now and then I do appreciate my space. I know, like, different cultures, like maybe in a Western culture, that's like, it's just supposed to happen. Why are you excited about it? Or why is it like, are you giving it a thought? So for me, it's something that I give thought to because of my background, my traditions, and all the beliefs. Because we get people talking, so you want to live alone because you want to be putting people in your house, or you want to be doing things and all of that. I feel like at the end of the day, it's the kind of person that you are, and that also helped me to discover myself, the things that I don't like. So one thing which I am going to say I've discovered myself, I don't like confrontations, but I like to confront people, if that makes sense. Like when somebody tells you, no, Sarah, this and this, it's so hard. And I know that there's plenty of us in the world that don't like to be confronted about something. Like, Sarah, this is what you are, or this is what you have done. It's like I've done something bad, or I've said something bad, or I made somebody upset, and they're confronting me. But the good thing is I don't leave, I stick around. If we have to talk, we talk it out. But it's like, oh god, oh my god, I don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about it some other day? But I don't really push things to some other day. I like to talk about things, but I like it when I'm in the place. When it's me who's confronting somebody, then I'm being confronted. That's just one thing, but I've learned a lot of things about my behavior, the kind of person that I really am. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and what I'm saying. I hope it opens you up to some of the things that you've written in your books, that you said you wanted to become, or you wanted to have, or wanted to be, like where you wanted to be. And you can be appreciative of the place that you are at right now. I would say be the bad or the good, but still we have attained growth, evolved, and you know, we continue to grow. Our reasons for some things have changed over time, and I feel this is one of the most beautiful gifts of life and growth, is you can be able to realize all those dimensions, and you can be able to enjoy some bad decisions. Actually, my cousin said this, so you may be surprised to find that some bad decisions actually became the good decisions. I've had some decisions that I was just like, okay, I think I'm happy about that, even though when somebody looks at it, but oh, that was a bad decision, but something good came out of it. I'm not saying go and do the bad, please stay at home, do what you're supposed to do, okay, like the right yeah, fam, don't ask me about that. But yeah, thank you so much, fam, for watching up to this, and remember to give this video a like. That way, the more likes I get, the more this video gets recommended for other people to watch it. And remember to always come back. There's a lot of videos. I have 350 something plus videos for your enjoyment, education. What else? What do you need? You'll find it here for positivity and all the positive vibes. You already know this is the house, okay? This is the empire. Yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. First of all, before you go, I have two videos that are coming. One is about a slumber party, like a sleepover, and then another one is I want you guys to watch it. Another one is my family shower routine. I realized that you guys really loved the previous one, so I was like, why not? Why not? So I'm gonna be waiting for you guys, and whenever you watch, if you don't comment, I don't get to know who came through. If you just give me a like, I don't know who gave the like, but I appreciate the like. So when you say something in the comment section below, I'm like, oh, this person actually came, actually watched. That really gives me so much life, because then we can have a whole conversation about stuff in the comment section. Okay, I want to see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye bye.